to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Leave the beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coupes. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Here we go. Check the hot read.
Get it. Go.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Hill on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson on first down. He completes it to Nelson. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Those are the types of throws that Jackson has to be more efficient with this year. He really put an emphasis on improving his passing accuracy in the offseason. Because last year as a rookie, 58%, that was it. And his quarterback coach said the ball is coming out of his hand cleaner. The timing looks better. That's what they're hoping for. Everybody knows he can run, and now he continues his quest to be more well-rounded and improve on his conservative 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns he threw for last season. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Mike's 59. Here we go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 11 more on that one and another first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is Absolutely unreal.
That was in diapers. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. On third down, Finley. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, that can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Finley now. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Crunch. Safe.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
We got this.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check me out. 57 to Mark. Watch the run.
Throwing now. Jackson on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I don't think you got it, sir.
49, check 49, check.
SOS.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Carl Lawson able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss. And it takes us to 4th down as well. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Pick your game up.
They're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Finley, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Finley from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Finley now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner.
Be good, be good, be good. Bang, 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 bang.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
57's Mike.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Go. Safety creep. Tighten up. Switch.
Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Ingram. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carlos Dunlap. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Lets it go for Nelson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mixon. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. You that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Finley setting up on first down. Dumps it off to Nixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Finley's throw here caught by Green. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Go now. 8, read. 36. 5.
First down, Finley looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Finley again. He's got Green. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Finley. And able to find Green. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again, Finley. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Finley got a man open. It's Ross. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and goal for Finley. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, Parker? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean? Break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now it's Jackson. Lets it go for Nelson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Go! 60-or.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Check 24, check 24. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Yeah.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He's got Snead. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Mike 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Go!
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great discipline.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Finley. He'll let this go end zone for Green. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again for the 41. It's Mixon on the counter. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling to his left. Got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson buying time to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires.
65, 65, 65. Out.
Again, it's Mixon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finley now, a big spot in his rookie year. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Finley to throw it. And no, it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball is finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no.
Joker, Joker, Joker. Hayward.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
They go play action with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
He's coming. Hey, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Watch out.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the run, it's Mixon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Finley. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Finley looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the throw. bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Following the interception, Finley. Open man is Ross, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Finley. He's got Green. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll give it to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Another try for Mixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's fourth down. Well, defensively, that's a nice stop there on third down here in the fourth quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 23-20, 23 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Geno Atkins in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defense.